there, back again. Right, I've been sent this by Apielle, not quite sure how you say it, but basically it's a switch panel, and we get the wiring unit, we get various odds and sods, cables, you even get, oh, if I can get out of the box, an isolation switch, the wiring loom, and the little switch panel, which to me seems very good quality. Yeah, and you also get hundreds of little covers with various different pictures on, lighting pictures, wipers, SOS, you name it, it's in the bag, and they just click into here. But we'll get it mounted, and I think I'm going to mount it somewhere in the cab for easy access. So we'll get it mounted, then I'll jump back in and I'll show you where I've put it. Right, I've started to rip the van to bits again, so got the light down. I think I'm going to mount it somewhere on here like that. So I need to get the cable down there, all the way down there, all the way down there, and down and through there. Sounds easy, but I'm guaranteed it won't be. Right, current state of affairs. Messy. You've got to take half the van to bits just to get all the way up there. Doesn't help that there's a hand grab in the way, but never mind, onwards and upwards. Right, after mucho fafio, got the cable, it's down the pillar, everything's back together on there, all the panels are back on, and it's sitting down there in the footwell. So this end here just needs to go to there. I can get the switch panel mounted, and then we'll take it from there. I've decided if I'm going to put a light bar on the roof, I'm not going down that pillar. I'm going to come down that pillar, down here, down and underneath where the battery goes, because it's a lot easier route and it's less hassle, to be honest, and less faff. But anyway, I'll get this mounted and then I'll jump back in. Right, it's in. That's as good as I could get. I am absolutely sweating. It's absolutely red hot in here, but I'll get this bit back together, then we'll move under the bonnet. Great fun. Right, I'm under the bonnet now. Connected the old live in. Obviously there's a fuse to go in here, but I'm not putting that in yet. And the issue I've got is I've got my hook up under here, which doesn't leave a lot of room to get this bad boy in. So I think I'm going to have to come up with some kind of brackety kind of thing and mount it possibly there, but on a bracket, I think. So I'll see what I've got lying about in the garage and try and make something up. Never bloody easy, is it? Right, after a bit of jiggery pokery, I've moved my hook up over and I mounted the switch panel next to it. So I've moved this that way, mounted that flat, but I can gain access up the rear there, pardon the pun. Yeah, so I've just got to get the decide what I'm going to put on the roof, whether it be light bars or what. once I've decided I need to get the cable down through the bulkhead and connect it up, and I need an ignition live as well, so all good fun. So I'll just leave that as it is for now until I get a light bar, and then I'll jump back in, which will be 2 seconds for you guys, but probably a few days for me. Ciao! Hello. Right, it's been quite a while since you just seen the last clip. I had a bit of an issue with the light that I'd ordered. Anyway, they cocked it up, so what I've done is I've cancelled it and I ordered some more, hence the reason it's taken quite a few weeks. But we've got some Auxbeam, get a free sticker, Auxbeam mini spots, pods, the DRL in. Now these yellow covers, if I can get it off with one hand, these yellow covers come off, so you don't need them. But yeah, so I'm going to mount them on the bonnet. Now then, if I can find them, if I can remember where to put them somewhere. Where did I put them? Right, so what I've done is, while I was waiting on the lights, I've got these brackets. So that's one and that's the other. So basically these bits here, they'll get mounted on the bonnet hinges, hopefully, and the lights will mount on there like that. So I'll get some bits and bobs together and we'll see how we get on. So let's get these brackets on and then we'll see where we are. So we've just got some little teeny weeny bolts, a couple of spring washers, a couple of normal washers, and I'll just nip them up for now. Something like that. So that's the bracket on, and the same on this side. Take that cover off because I don't like the yellow. So that's the top. So that's the top. So same again. Right, so brackets mounted, bolt through the back there, because you can get it through once the bracket's on. So now I need to get them onto this bracket here. Obviously we've got left and right. So I'll mount them on there and then we'll see about putting them on the van. Right, so that gives you an idea. That's it mounted on the bracket. But what I've noticed is these bolts are quite long. So obviously the bonnet's going to be somewhere around here. So I might have to chop them down a bit, but until I get the brackets on I won't know. So I'll try and get the brackets on and then we'll jump back in. But in typical UK style, it's just started to absolutely hammer it down. So we're back in 5. Right, so one bracket which is going to go, it's hard to do with one hand, but basically it goes on there like that. So the two mounting points for the bonnet there and there, I need to take that one off completely I think it's that way around. No, yeah, take that one off completely, and that one just needs slacking, and then that'll slide in. So I'll try and mount you somewhere if I can, so you can see what I'm doing. Looks dead easy on the telly. So, after sweating for a bit because of the old bonnet with no bolts in, basically that's it. 2 13s, bonnet's mounted, brackets mounted there even, and then if we bear with me for one momento, drop the bonnet down, you can see there that the brackets are on. So they look kind of symmetrical. You can't really tell on there because I'm too far away, but basically it's there, solid as a rock. Right, off for some wiring. Right, rather than you watch me put 2 bolts in, I've mounted them on, solid as a rock. That one's the same as well, obviously. So I've just got to tidy these wires up and do some wiring under the bonnet, which should be interesting. Right, so I've got the lights mounted. You get 2 short looms. So I'll plug that into there. That will go into the rest of the loom, and then we've got a white and a yellow. So the white is DRL, yellow can be DRL or indicator, whatever. So I'll decide what I'm going to do with that. And on this side it's exactly the same, plugged in, plugs hidden under there, and again we've got white and yellow. So I'll get the loom in and we'll see where we are. Right, it's quite hard to film in here, but basically I've got the relay there, cable goes all the way around there, it's all tie wrapped in around there and ends up there at the plug. So just got to connect the DRLs up, and I think I might put them on the indicators, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Right, I've done a little bit more now. Again, very hard to film because it's quite fiddly in here, but basically I've got that down there. I've got the feed coming in here on a 10 amp. I've still got 5 left, so I can put other things on. I've got something else in mind, but we'll save that for another video. So now I've still got the negative to connect up for the power supply to the switch panel, and I've got to get a cable from here through the bulkhead up to the switch panel, which is up in the top of the cab, which you've probably seen on earlier clips. And then I've got to decide what I'm doing with these. So I think might go down the route of yellow. I can use it as indicators, but I think I'll use it as DRLs, and I think I'll use that as DRLs, but I'll probably change my mind in 10 minutes, so we'll see. Right, I've just get my torch. Right, I've done a bit of wiring under the bonnet. It's all in trunking and everything. I don't know if you can see down here because it's getting a bit dark outside now. That's the switch box. All the wiring goes through back there. There's an ignition live that I need to connect. I'll show you. Oh, put my torch on. Oh, don't want red on. Good God. Right. So I've got this through here. That's an ignition live, so that's the next job. That's just got to get connected to an ignition live under the seat. So we'll do that now, and then hopefully it's switch on time. Oh yeah. Right, well that's the van all put back together. My hands are absolutely caked, scuffed to bits, stuff everywhere, but apart from that everything's done. But I can't find my fuse, my MIDI fuse. It's been that long since I've done the first part, I can't remember where I've put it, so we're going to have to wait till tomorrow for the big switch on. So I'll try and get one in the morning, and then when it gets dark tomorrow night we'll give them a test run. Should be fun. Right, catch you later. Right, I hope you can see that because it's quite bright out here. But basically I've got, after losing the one I had, should I say, I've got another fuse, so that fuse goes in there like that. I don't know if you can you actually see? Is that better? See down here now? The fuse goes in there, so what I'm going to do is I'll whip this one off here, this side here, and pop the fuse in. Right, so that's the fuses in. Shut the lid, and that should be everything there done now. So it's just a case, God, it's dark, isn't it? It's just a case of switching everything on and seeing what happens. Hopefully with no bangs. Right, I'll tidy that up in a minute. Let's have a look. Right, everything's connected up. All I have to do is turn the key and we should have some kind of action. So that's the key on. So I've got it mounted up there. Now then, the instructions are a bit like Evo instructions actually, non-existent. So let's find out. Right, it says on off. Press 2 times continues to enter the work setting mode. So right, let's press it twice. 1, 2. So we've got flashing red lights. So press the function key to convert the background light to show the colour of the corresponding function. God knows. So function and that. Oh yeah, so it goes yellow. And that one, yellow, yellow. So what does yellow do? God knows. Is that meant to be green? Anyhow, let's press 1. Oh! Right, so they're Peter working. So what I'll do is I'll wait till it's darker because you can't really tell in the daylight, and then I'll come back out and we'll have a little mess around. Don't know if you can see me, but I'll give it a whirl. See what happens. Right, ignition on. Should be DRLs on. Yeah. Flashy lights, strobe effect. And then we can change that to just normal. So So if we try normal, there we go. So the big test is tonight, wait till it's dark, we'll have a little play about. So far so good. Right, I was intending on putting a light bar on the roof, as I probably said previously, but I didn't really want to drill the roof again because I've got that many holes in it already, and I just thought I'd put them on because I quite like them. So I might do something down there as well, but we'll see. Right, it's not completely dark, but I've got stuff to do, so I'll see if this works. So ignition's on. If I press this button, you should see some DRLs come on, and then I'll knock that off and I'll press this button. Oh, it's like Blackpool. And then I can change that by pressing a button and toggling through. So that should now be normal lights, which it is. And they're bloody bright, them, Jesus. So I'll give you an update once it's pitch black and I'm out in the van. I'll do a little bit of filming and I'll post it up on Insta, or maybe a short, something like that. Anyway, that's it for now. See you in the next one.